Hello and welcome to Sacred Akashic Healing Arts channel and to the Akashic Hour segment where the incredible Valentina Matthias opens up the Akashic records and answers questions from our audience members. So stick around to the end to find out how you can have a chance of having your questions answered. And today our question comes from Sam, who is asking a question about a big financial decision that she's about to make. It's something she feels in her heart aligned to do, but she's got a lot of fears. And that often comes up for many of us when we're making big decisions in our life. So the Akash is an amazing way to really tap into our soul's wisdom and to really actually discover what the true root of that is, because often we can think it's one thing consciously, but the root of it is actually different. And that's what you'll see as we cut to this clip from me and Valentina filming the answer to this question that Sam asked. So we're just going to dive straight into it now. And like I say, stick around to the end and you'll find out how you can have a chance to have your question answered too. So I've got a question from Sam. Uh,
Mhm.
so Sam is about to, or she's thinking, so she moved into a house about 6 years ago. And when she moved in, she really had this vision of creating this extension and really creating this extension in the house. And she's recently started to feel that she's going to do that, but she's always had a fear around stability, which is programming from her youth. And she's just a little bit worried about making this big financial commitment. Is it the right thing to do? Is she going to run into any financial problems? So she feels like it's aligned with her heart, but she's got these worries coming up. So she wonders if there's any advice.
Masters, teachers, and loved ones of Sam, or any guidance in the Akash for her around this with concern over finances, but also being inspired to do the extensions. Does she live near you, by the way, Corinne?
Does, yeah, she lives like 10 minutes from me. She's very close.
Ah, great. Because what they're saying is it would be great if you could do an Akashic reading on the house
Oh,
before she does any extensions. Um, Thank you, Bird.
amazing.
Yeah. Um, because to them their concern is not really her finances because because they're soul guides. Their concern is more uh, to bring her into alignment with a higher energy, a new earth energy in her house,
Okay.
and to ask the home energy what it would like, and if she's open to it, to create a grid with crystals around the property, and for really create a connection with her in the Akash with her house.
Okay.
And then, and they're saying, even though we're not answering the question that directly, that is answering the question, because then she'll feel less anxious and more confident about what's the right thing in the correct relationship with the house for
Right.
her to do. It's about right relationship and correct relationship with everything in your life,
Yeah.
including your home.
Yeah.
And then she'll have more of a secure, sturdy feeling about this is the right thing to do, or it isn't, or a slight change in the plan. And then the potential financial stress actually won't even exist, because she's very capable. They said she's very capable. It's not about uh, that's not really what's causing her stress. When she decides to commit to what she wants to do, she knows she will work that part of it out.
Yeah.
Um, they're saying what their advice is, if you have the time and the inclination, to ask her if she would like to have a reading like that with you. Um, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. And that is, love that. Wasn't expecting that, but that is absolutely perfect.
Sorry.
No, no, it's It's absolutely perfect. It's exactly, I exactly understand it. It's absolutely perfect, and it'd be amazing to do that. And like you say, everything's got consciousness, right? Everything is,
Everything's got consciousness, and there could be a part of the house that's feeling anxious that she's just picking up, and it just wants to speak through you and clear some old energy that's, got nothing to do with Sam anyway. So could be, I'm not saying it is that, could be anything. But
total.
yeah,
But like I say, it wants to have its stay, right? And this is a new this and it's interesting you talk about the new earth energies. This is part of the new earth, right? Actually, really embodying that truth that everything has a consciousness, and we need to start having those conscious relationships with our property.
yes, exactly. It's not saying like, oh, you can't have a house, you can't have ownership in new earth energies. It's saying it's different. It's you have to start honoring all the relationships.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Not just like a lot of us honor relationship with earth and with each other, but they're saying it needs to go further. There needs to be honoring relationship with what we would call inanimate objects, but they all have a consciousness. If they exist, they have a consciousness.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. I hope she loves it. I feel very strong in my heart about it. I feel a strong heart vibration to the concept of you doing that with her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm sure I know she will do for sure. We've talked about doing a reading anyway, soul reading. So this is just a different, doing it with the house would be amazing. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Lucky Sam. That would be great. I mean,
yeah,
what a privilege to have someone live nearby and come over and do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so how amazing was that? So we could see how, the initial fear appeared to be around finances, but really the Akash brought forward and shown that it wasn't actually that, and that it was really important for Sam to connect into the consciousness of the house and to really work consciously with the consciousness of the house to make sure it was being honored, to make sure it was being respected throughout the process. And I can say, I know that Sam did do that. And I know that she connected to the house, let the house know what was going on, did different ceremonies. And I know that the work went ahead and it went ahead and it went pretty smoothly for such a big, massive job that it was. So, and she's really, really happy. So, perhaps you've got a similar question, perhaps you're facing something in your life, a big decision, and this fear's coming up, and you really want to get to the root of what those fears are. You really want to plug into the wisdom of your soul so you can see, look, what is the soul and what is the program self, the false self, so that you can make a decision that is in alignment with your heart rather than with the fears. If you'd like to have a chance of that, then just in the comment section below, if you just start a comment with the word question, add what your question is, and then leave your full name. It's important we've got your full name, so any middle names, because we need that in order to be able to open up your Akashic records and ask the question for you. Just know that by leaving that comment, you are giving us permission to access your Akashic records, and you are giving us permission to publish it on our public platform. And then I'll let you know when the video is being published as well. If you want to check out any of the other Akashic offerings that Valentina does, like different Akashic trainings, or having an Akashic reading with Valentina, one of her mentees, her graduates, then all of the links are in the description below, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.